Oh look, it's pine time. Rather, it's the Q party, friends. Hello, hi, I'm the Visual Pine. Bet you know that, or maybe you don't and you're new here. So hi, I'm the Visual Pine. Welcome on in. Good to see you. 334 Valentine. Jennifer, have fun lurking. Tabby, good to see you as always. Friends, pine cones. I don't have a good third one for that. Oh well. Fun. Listen, Jen. I know it's not fun. I love you. Hugs? Hugs sent your way? Hugs? Hugging you through the camera? Don't look at me. I don't. So what did I tell 324 at the beginning of stream? We're at about 2,300 currently, but I figured, look, this has been kind of nice in its own way, that we chill. I mean, I used to do about half hour to 45-minute dialogues once upon a time, and now I can't be yelled at to play the game because I'm waiting to play the game. So suck it, nerds. Y'all, thank you. I say it a lot, and I mean it. I jokingly shared and gilded our November stats for Twitch. Apparently somebody is still watching the VODs. I'm trying to figure out where the unique chatters came from, but somebody's still out there watching my VODs, which is fine. It's interesting. It's really weird to look at. It's really weird to look at those stats and go, huh. I actually haven't been live on Twitch in a month. I'm sorry? What are you sorry for? Watching the VODs? No, watch the VODs. No, yeah, absolutely. No, I wasn't saying, like, it is a bad thing. More along the lines of, I was still kind of shocked that people watch the VODs. That's all. That's all. I appreciate you using them as background content, background noise. I make for great background noise. I have a sultry, wonderful voice that leads to good sleeping time. Hi, Kimmy. I mean, I try my best around here, friends. I try my best, okay, to provide good quality content across any platform. If there's VODs and things on Twitch that you really enjoy, watch the fuck out of them. I can confirm something though for Ellignor, and that is the support I'm still getting through subs there is going to take about 2 months for me to reach the threshold for a payout. Not that big of a deal. Thank you to anyone who is still subscribing to that channel, because if that's the comfortable... We've been over this before. Support me however you feel the most comfortable supporting me. I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money or where to spend your money. Just because I have the coffee does not mean that you still can't technically be subbed over on Twitch. If that's where you want to keep your sub train going, and if that's what you want to do, then do. If you like the emotes, keep subbing out to Twitch. I'm not gonna be mad. It's still support, and I love you. That's all I got. That's all I ever have is just me. 4 years of content creation, and all I can ever do is just keep pushing myself and putting myself in places where I think I'm going to succeed. Where I think I have actually a chance of succeeding, which is why we're on YouTube, is because I feel like I actually have a chance to at least reach some kind of partnership with a video streaming service. That is going to be the big goal for 2022, and I'm not even going to hide from that one. Because my content's going to keep getting better, y'all. Hope you know that. I hope you realize that this Switch has ignited something in my brain, and I am here to create the best content I've ever created. Whether that's indie reviews, whether that's Let's Plays that I actually finish, whether that's coming up with new and fun videos like mod pack tutorials, or what else do I have? I've got a couple Let's Build series in my head that I just have to get the time and energy and planning to do it. Hi, Frozen. I've got a lot going on. I've got a lot in my head that I need to get out and put on paper, and I need to buy a notebook. I have a notebook for jerky recipes. I actually need to buy a second notebook and start putting video ideas and start planning my videos, certain videos, and try to figure out how I'm going to construct said videos. I figure while we wait, I can actually sit here and clean up my desk a little bit too. So I actually discovered something about myself recently, and that is that I do pretty good chicken wings. Much in my exploration of don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. In my exploration of jerky flavors and things like that, I also found out that I make a pretty darn good chicken wing. So, you know, I make good chicken wings, I make good jerky. It's not surprising with my heritage, which I can't really talk about because it would reveal who I am. But, let's just say my family has been in the meat business for a long time. Let's just put it that way. Ugh. Nothing's worse than a bad wing. Well, there's lots of things worse than bad wings. But, I was about to say, 334, you should be about in. Because if you were at 641, we've gone about 600. So, or 700, because we're at 1922 now. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of what I'm working on behind the scenes, like stuff that's not streaming. And one day I'll have the ability to also look, I have a physical copy of Heaven's Ward. Yes, it's a disc. You know, PC games used to come on discs. Even as late as whenever this came out. So yeah. So yeah, I've done some cool extracurricular things outside of stream. I'm out. I'm back in the mindset. I am back in a mindset where I feel like my full-time job hampers my content creation. Because, and this is also why we take Wednesdays off now. To do all of the content I want to do, I can't be live 5 days a week and also try to do stuff on the weekends. So Wednesdays are a day that I can, I can work on some things and or give myself a day of rest. That's not Sunday, but even these days, Sundays aren't really a rest. Because I'm usually catching up on what I didn't edit on Saturday or something like that. So I'm still really mad at myself for last year when I didn't have a job and I had a good opportunity to really focus on the content and make the content something great. Not that I don't make great content, because I make a lot of great content, but like I could have done better with YouTube videos. I could have done better with the streams, and I don't know. Yeah. Not only am I visually speaking, I'm actually sitting here cleaning up my desk and talking to y'all. Are you full? You're probably full. Hi, Cole. Ah, Fro! Come here! Oh, if there's one room in the house that needs a deep clean, it's the one I'm sitting in. That I will fully admit. And I actually need to... So I'm a hoarder of PC parts and peripherals. So like, I have keyboards upon keyboards stashed. I have keyboards stashed, I have mice stashed, mouses stashed, whatever you want to call them. I've got all kinds of things just around. It's going... Oh, it was going well. They're... I guess the trash can if it was full, I'll ignore. I need a better place to put that. Speaking of the puppy, good news. The past couple days have been very productive with the dog. Sadie, for a while now, has had problems holding it all day. I have puppy pads and things deployed throughout the house when I go to work, so on and so forth. And usually when we come home, at least one of them is used. The past couple days, however, at least yesterday and today, I guess that is a couple days, isn't it? She's held it, and I call that progress, and that makes me happy progress. No, I do not have a whole new PC. I have a whole old PC. I do, in fact, have an old PC in pieces. in my garage that I have kept. I have old graphics cards. I have old motherboards that are so far out of date, old processors. I am a PC parts hoarder. And I admit that. Yeah, exactly. You know, you just collect things. You just, that's everything. Oh no, there's a couple beer cans. So yeah, good news with Sadie. For me, I'm just tired. Because I never installed them. No. That's just the one hard drive I haven't installed. Because I haven't felt like going through the Windows process. Because I hate it. Yes, I know, I've heard how easy it is, but I still hate the process. After the last time that what did I do? Oh, when I changed my motherboard 2 years ago? Whenever I changed my motherboard, it was an ordeal with Microsoft because Windows not only ties to your hard drives, but it also ties to your motherboards and other peripherals. So Microsoft and I were on the phone, and I did what the customer service rep told me to do, and he locked me out of my computer, basically. He basically made Windows think that I had an invalid copy of Windows, more so than I did before. So, back and forth with that, with them and that, finally they gave me like a business version of Windows 64, and I just haven't felt like chancing to see if it is gonna accept a new install. I just haven't, because I just in case, like with everything that I'm doing right now, in case that goes south and I have to be down for a couple days, that's gonna drive me nuts. Like, to not be able to create videos, to not be able to stream, things like that. If this takes me out over no fault of my own, I'm going to be mad. I just am. So that's why I haven't messed with it at all. Oh, I remember training my dog. That's because he didn't know to call to get someone down. See, here's the thing. She was housebroken. Like, the past year living with my in-laws, she didn't have any issues. Granted, they kept her outside most of the time. So, because my father-in-law likes to hang out outside. He doesn't like being in the house. He likes the yards. Yeah, at this point, Uncle Farts, you're not wrong. It is about time to just build a whole new box. Unfortunately. It's only been 3 years? Well, no, that's about right. That's about right. Yeah, it's about the time that we build a whole new box. And did the colors change on my monitor? Or not my monitor. Is it less green than it was? Why am I washing out? While I'm sitting here, my lights have reset themselves. Why am I blue? I mean, there's a little bit of the blueness from, is this? No. Why? That's weird. Now I'm very green. My lights have been goofy recently. I will turn them off, and when I turn them back on, they're here. Max set. 1 second. I may have broke my light. Now it's very green. Good news, I didn't break it. Just unplugged. Ah! Why? Camera, please. One minute. Stop touching things? Oh, I'm about to touch lots of things. Now we're messing with camera settings. Whoop, that's too bright. If I turn it all the way down and increase it, now that looks way wrong. Playing with my settings. I'm playing with my settings. Nope, I don't want that. Nope, I don't want that. Now, why did I have that at 50? That's definitely where I want it. See, you gotta keep playing with things. No fun if you don't keep playing. So badly need a day out with friends just to get away from family. Yeah, we're 1,300 out. That works. Got enough green. It's this monitor. This monitor looks... Trust me, Cole, if we weren't in the queue, I would be playing the game. Whoops. We just have black and white. That's good. I'm gonna stop messing with it now. Yeah, trust me, if we weren't in queue, I would be another game. We would be playing something, but I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on the queue. See, this is the PW13 or P513, folks. So even when I've got my settings right, sometimes I have to play with them just a little bit, especially when my lights, I have to figure out if it's my lights or if it's my, like, see, if I turn this one off, that's fine. I just need the main light. Wow. Black and white would be fitting since you're old now. Thanks, Jen. Thanks. Honestly, we're moving at a fine pace. We were in a half an hour, we've moved 1,300. That's fine. On technically launch day of a new expansion, shock and surprise, and probably every day until people get through all the new content, it'll be like this. It's just the way it is. And since I don't get home until 6 o'clock, I can't queue until 6 o'clock. And then I have to hope that I don't get booted while I'm queued. In other fun news, so for those that don't know the history of Halo, Bungie is the original developer. Bungie is celebrating their 30th anniversary today. They currently make Destiny. So they put some Halo guns in Destiny. Yeah, absolutely. Like if you, like Saturday when we tried to get on, it was like a normal day where we have like a queue of 30. Do you know what is actually something to think about? People always look at pictures of stuff that happened in the 60s, the early 50s and 60s, or the 50s and early 60s in black and white. It makes people think it was a lot longer ago than it was. So it's when you see things in full color, it makes people go, "Oh, they had full color back then. That's a lot closer than I thought it was." Because our brains are weird, and we think black and white, we think old. But no, like the 60s were only 60 years ago. There are still people alive who were alive in the 60s who are now making policy. No, I'm saying like I'm not necessarily speaking for myself, Valentine. It is a proven thing. Like it is a proven mental thing for the general populace. Like that is a thing that has been researched. And when you're actually showing things like the civil rights movement in full color, people all of a sudden realize how close that was. And, you know, and history classes in school. Especially in the South. Oh, absolutely, Uncle Farts. Actually, has Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone come out yet? I feel like... Oh yeah, no, it's been on since 2019. Holy shit. Why isn't there more talk about this? Oh, there was only 2 seasons and 20 episodes. That's probably why. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. I thought that was the thing that was still in development. Oh, we're sub 1,000. You know something I could do? No, not that. So, here. While that's waiting. Here's why I was excited. When we went to Charlian. Because this was the opening cutscene if you started in Limsa Lominsa. In version 1.0. And it is not exactly the same, but you can definitely tell it was a direct homage to this. The trip to Charlian. And there's this person's Warrior of Light, and they hear, feel, think from Heidelin. So then you would go out onto the bow, and there's Y'shtola. And there's monsters about, and then I think, if I remember correctly, yep, there's good old Leviathan herself. Which crashes the ship and blah, 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 blah. No, I don't want an opening movie. I want... say Uda. Why is Leviathan your favorite? Out of curiosity, Valentine. Oh, I lied to y'all. The twins weren't dressed exactly alike. But they were pretty close. Dragon, fair. I mean, Alizé still has bits of red on her throughout, but they're still basically the same smock, basically. Just Alphino's in his blue and Alizé's in her red. Cutie pies. Fair. I think World of Final Fantasy is something that we will play when we get done with the rest of the series. So when we finish 15... She ruins everything in 15. When have they made an announcement for when Final Fantasy 16 is coming out? Do we have a potential? Oh no. Some people are thinking June 16th, 2022. I think that would be incredibly bullish, considering we only... Go away, Wikipedia. Considering, hold on. When did we get the initial announcement? 2020? Yeah. June of next year is a very bullish release date. Because that would be 2 years since they revealed it. That would be extremely bullish. That wouldn't shock me either, Valentine. What else? I was afraid of that. Yes, I know. I don't forget. Yep. The game booted me. Actually impressed we went as long as we did without a boot, because the first couple times I tried to log in, I got a boot. Now, if they have been nice, I shouldn't have lost any place. I haven't seen, and other than Alphanos, I haven't seen other Sage weapons, so I don't know if we're gonna get longer ones at some point. I would assume that we would. You always gotta start small, man. I have been lucky so far. Ah, yeah. We're back in the queue where we started. Thank you, Yoshida-san. Okay, I was about to say, surely we get different ones along the way. They just started small because you start small. I mean, so to talk about how hardworking, yes, Tabby, yes. If you log in to Final Fantasy XIV, you will see the community announcements there, and Yoshida has been addressing the community pretty frequently since Friday. He has been releasing full developer notes and messages to the community. I retweeted one such thing today, where he's talking about fixing this whole issue with the queues and such. So this is the difference between Final Fantasy XIV and other MMOs. The full ass transparency that Yoshida and his team give the community is unheard of. You actually know the man cares. Okay? The man cares. You could tell the man cares because when he had to announce that he was delaying Endwalker, I mean, he was in tears. If you go back and watch when it was announced that he was taking over Final Fantasy XIV and he was going to have to nuke the whole thing to create a new game, he was in tears because he knows how much this game means to the community. So he wants everybody to have a wholesome experience when they play Final Fantasy XIV. He also is a person that has come out and said, you know, they don't want, like, he doesn't want you to play 12 hours a day. He wants it to feel like you could just play a couple hours, that you don't have to grind for 12 hours and come back and play it in little bits. That's how they try to design things. Oh no! Like, full ass booted out of the game, Tabby. I'm sorry. It's my fault. Yay, launch day woes. Need to wake up at that like 8 a.m. time and get in. And then have like... So, strategy for staying logged into Final Fantasy XIV. Grab one of those water birds. Alright? And you log in early. Like, you wake up at 6 a.m. and you log in when no one else is playing. And then when you need to step away from the keyboard, you get one of those water birds that taps the like, say, the movement button, and just have it do that and move you like 2 to 3 inches. I had NyQuil in me. Oh no. It won't work? Surely it'll work, because it keeps you from going AFK. Because you only go AFK if you are standing still. And every time you move, it takes you off of away from keyboard. Controller to spin. So, like, just spin the camera or spin the character? Like, was your character walking? Interesting. That's interesting. I wonder how it detected that you were AFK. Oh, maybe that's why they're like, some game master came over, and it was like, this dude's running in a circle. We're gonna boot him. Was in an in-room. Well, it doesn't matter. Game Master can go whatever they want. See, I miss those days of MMOs, right? Like when MMOs were this small niche thing, like back in the days of Ultima Online. The game masters were very active with the game and would mess with the players, and I miss that. I miss those interactions. So how was y'all's day? I mean, I've been sitting here rambling for like an hour. How are y'all? How's everybody doing out there? Obviously Tabby's pretty pissed right now. She just got kicked. 334's happy he just got in. Valentine will be right back. Keep trying. Like, so part of this has been just persistence for me. I'm too stubborn. Then go to bed, sweetheart. I'm pissed. I'm sick. I'm tired. Go to sleep. Never fear the jarhead is. Everybody fear the jarhead is here. I slept all day there. Sleep more. More sleep. Oh, kidney stones. Glad I don't have to deal with that shit. Isn't that the way though? Like this is a good this is a great expansion for tanks. This is a great expansion for tanks because they released a DPS and a healer class. Also, I figured out how to play Sage last night for the most part. At least I think I do. I was doing it all wrong. You don't use the single target heal ever. Single target heal is never a thing that you need to do. You get them at level 70. I think. No, you're supposed to DPS. The keys to Sage are DPS and the barriers, which lets you DPS more. Yeah, you can get them now. You could go to Ul'dah and get the Sage. They're level 70 jobs. Because if you use, so the way I've basically understood it is, if you use the barrier thing on everybody, you get the red dots. The red dots have an instacast. You use the instacast, which causes more damage, which causes more healing, which rinse repeat. Basically what I have understood from Sage. Lip says Sage Uldah's Reaper. What did I say? Oh, oops. We're at 257. We're almost there. We're almost there. Scholar? Ooh. 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 It is. I love it. I messed around with it in Palace of the Dead last night. Considering DPS is how they heal 3 through 4, probably not. Flip it. Flip it. You have to go through Arcanist to get through Scholar and Summoner. So if you have Scholar, you have Summoner. Because Arcanist turns into Summoner. So are you trying out Summoner changes, or are you trying out Scholar changes? Scholar is the healer. I have... Don't let anybody heal. Let Tabby heal you tonight. You know what? No, I don't know what you mean. That's what I'm trying to clarify. What's going on? Have you, Tabby? Weapon is Grimoire. Correct. Come on, 257 people need to log out. Or get booted, one of the two. Also, can I talk for a minute how absolutely humbled I am that I have, let's talk about something real quick. Does it tell me? Hold on. My page. My supporters membership. No, that's not what I want at all. Bruh. All right, there we go. So I would like to thank the 9 folks that are supporting me on Coffee with memberships. I greatly appreciate it. You have helped me feel confident that that's where I need to focus my attention on to support myself. So thank you for that. We are currently at 9 active subscriptions. Basically, I think there's 1 diamond, a bunch of wood, and some iron. I am getting ready to probably change the thank you page to include wood, if I'm being honest with you. Just if you support me, we're just gonna put it there on that end page because I want to encourage it more. Because even the wood tier is important. And thank you, thank you so very much, everyone who has been supporting me through Coffee. It's great. I mean that. Thank you for everyone who's coming to these YouTube streams. Thank you for everyone who's watching the videos. Thank you. Sorry, saw something I was kind of interested in. Yes. I already had my juju for the evening, which is why I'm not yawning. I've realized that juju gives me a solid for me, it's about 2 hours. 2 to 3 hours of solid energy. And then I go, boop. So like during the day, I get about 2 to 3 hours when I first start my day, and then after lunch, I'm really, really exhausted. Not because I'm crashing, just I've been going so hard. I've been going so hard because I have the energy and focus to do so, that when it gets to the point where the juju wears off, I'm like, oh, nap time. But my bosses won't let me have a nap. Hey, we in, folks. Alrighty then. Oh. Have a good night, Frozen. Sleep well. I hope you feel better, dude. Stay warm. Oh, I lied. There goes the yawn. I had a T-pose there and I was worried for a minute. Alright, so... what are we gonna do? That is nice. Let's go do some story. Did I not? Did I not attune myself to that 1A the right? I feel like I did. I wonder why. If you install the right extension to your browser, you could actually put pinecone emotes on there. I just don't advertise it that much. Alright, hold up. Wow. Did I not? Did I not? I'm gonna be really sad with myself if I didn't actually... I didn't. Yeah, I don't know it off the top of my head, because I set it up and then forgot about it. Because I realized that not everybody sees it unless they also have the extension, and then I thought it was pretty dumb. Well, I almost sent that elephant to his doom. I'm running around helping this guy sell his fish. Okay. Alright, so quick recap of what's going on here. Urianger, Thancred, and myself, and as well as Estinian, are in this town looking for things. I'm doing horrible by this guy. I keep screwing up the sale. So I came on too hard with the first customer. The second customer I didn't come on too hard enough. Let's see if number 3. 2 past cigars. I mean, yeah. God dang it. Does it sound like it matters if you make the sale or not? Which is good, because I didn't make any sales. So, imports and exports from this harbor have dried. Dried up, and so everything is going crazy for the merchants because nothing is working like it's supposed to. So there's a little bit of goods and services crisis going on. I think 54 likes Dark Knight. Just a theory. I love how Istidian always has to find a wall to lean on. Oh, one of these days when we get a full stream of 14 in, I'll do stuff like leveling Arcanist so we could check out Summoner, leveling Sage confidently, stuff like that. As it stands right now, we'll try to get this quest line done, and so everyone's meeting back up in Charlian. So apparently this Ra has a fear of the elephant folk, and it appears that that is not that rare based on another tribe of elephant folk. I mean, I would totally be down for leveling the other classes. Ideally, we would get everything to what's the word? We would get everything to level 90. Oh yeah, every time I play Gunbreaker, I need to remind myself that eventually I need to redo my hotbars. That elephant. Please don't. You should not go after elephants. Let's just say any wild animal? All this for an Aether Current. So I guess that quest line is getting the young warrior there over her fear of the elephant folk. That close, huh? And I'll go grab it real quick. I see it. Are you... Let me down. Let me down. Oh, there's two Aether Currents here. Trixie Hobbitses. Look at that one. I bet I can't get through here, can I? Oh, apparently. Hold up. Really? What? My look. My feet are touching the ground. Game. My feet are touching the ground. This is a pool for lalas. Rude. Man, I bet leveling tank right now would be really easy. Because I bet the queues just chain together. Can I jump over this? Can I go over there? Game? Game, please. How about now? Here? How about here? Fine. I'll go the long way round. Oh, were the Steam servers affected by today? Also, hi, Nether. Boing, 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 boing. There's your jump animation. Leveling's automatic. The big thing with this is level sync. So you'll always be that level when you go to that dungeon. Here we go, helping Elephant Man again. It did. You're able to visit. You're able to visit it now. It's not going to be available for purchase until houses are the lottery that they're words. They are setting up a lottery system for housing. In 6.1. The Imperium is able to be visited, not for purchase yet. But the good news is they haven't gotten rid of the firmament. So you can still go do crafting things at the firmament. Which is good because there are some pretty swell rewards there. Let me guess, top of that top? Eh? There it is. Ah, okay. I love you 334. Interesting. Gods that exchanged limbs in ways of peace. Interesting. Manusa. 3 sisters. Seven was the eldest. Sindurova, goddess of wisdom. For this, the alchemists hold her in the highest. Ride is the middle sister, Sandurova, goddess of wealth. She counts many traders among her followers. Mendurova, youngest sibling. She presides over the crafts beloved by weavers. Then there are dragons. They occupy a special place in our history. You worship dragons too? Said an ancestor of the satrap, ruler of Radz Adhan, forged a covenant with a dragon divinity in ancient times. Divinity has since acted as the guardian deity of the satrap. It holds that if ever a satrap is in need, his dragon ally will fly to his aid. Dragon ally? They aim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing can be further from the truth. Passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I am confident the information you've given us will serve us well in our efforts to deal with the tower. Foreshadowing? If you've watched the opening cutscene, obviously. It's all kinds of peaceful, even with that tower hanging about. Ah!
What happened here?
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
Oh, we have guests. You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see.
Hey, Toots! It's a mighty big spear you have there, Estinian.
I am Vashan, servant to the satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow. People of the great work, I come bearing new scales.
Doing good, dude.
Scales? We have new scales?
Yeah, what?
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
Oh, happy day. Now I can continue my experiment.
Many thanks.
One for me.
Nani?
Those are dragon scales.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit. Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower. Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people? Of course! You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Oh, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova!
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
Tell me, how did you acquire those scales?
Curious that it concerns you so. But
He's a
worry not.
dragoon, mate.
They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
Yes, go follow him. He was streaming earlier.
That is well.
You must be quite familiar with Dragonkin, yes?
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not? I should like to draw a file or two, if so.
Now, see here.
Come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
Uh-oh. Please tell me he jumps.
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
Or he just prays.
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement. No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk?
I love
As
how
you
we
may
all
have
stood
guessed,
there.
I am Nidana, the alchemist who sent the request to your Mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results. Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
I mean, I could just go smash the tower. I'm a big fan of that. I'm the Warrior of Light. I like smashing things. I just wanted to see the origin of satrap, so Persian. Let's not forget to attune to this tower. There goes a fat cat. Ah, Frau. Yay, another escort mission. My favorite. The heck is that thing anyway? That's a lantern. Not sure what's going on in group in oh, just progressing in the MSQ, totes. We got a chunk of it done last night. We're gonna get another chunk of it done tonight. And I hopefully will have time after to do something else. Yes, this is the newest expansion. Also, I don't know why, but the nights always feel longer than the days in Final Fantasy XIV. So today's official launch day, we waited about an hour to get in. No, I'm sorry. Okay. Let me rephrase that. Total time 2 hours. I was in queue at 6 p.m. and we didn't get in till 8 p.m. I just started streaming at 7 p.m. when I was still in queue. So technically, I was in queue for 2 hours. Sorry. Yeah, I guess I should say that. That was fun. I mean, it's launch day MMO, right? Like, so the thing is, like, as long as I get it and be able to play for a little bit, I'm fine. Now, have we waited 2 hours and it crashed and then they had to take servers down and things like that? I might be a little upset. But they have yet to have to take the servers down. Even with a constant queue of players wanting to play, they don't have to take anything down for maintenance. If they do, they have to take it down for a very minimal time. I think they're talking about like a little 30-minute maintenance for the login stuff here in a little bit. Tomorrow, I think. So, are the queues annoying? Yes. Do I get to play a little bit? Yeah. Do I get to play as long as I used to? No. But that's okay. You know, everything's stable when we're here.
Yes, that would be Radzad Khan. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began. The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing. Well, he is the most important person in Radzad Khan. Long ago, this island was home to 2 tribes of Matanga. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arka Sodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the war-like Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether. Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjor from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves. It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people, but when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Radzad Khan to thrive all these years. And it was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
Uh-oh.
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets. I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something. Owen?
Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail? Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans. And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal? Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
What are you going to do, Fandaniel? Fandaniel's confusing. No, he just wants the destruction of everything. He's not that confusing. I mean, so far of all the villains that we have met, he's currently the most one-dimensional. He's an Ascian that wasn't part of Emmett Selk's group, but he wasn't one of the Unsundered, but yet he's still out here doing things. And is it a mindless black robe or a mindless black mask? So his I find him actually kind of fascinating because apparently he does talk about how he had run-ins with Elidibus, because Elidibus would tell him that he could not get involved due to Elidibus's nature to being a balancer. Even though Elidibus eventually came to be our enemy, his task was to always keep the balance between light and dark. How do you spell that word? Hold on a second. Damn, they don't have the GIF that I want. One second. Nothing. I'm being a social butterfly. Oh dear. Good. Go rest. Why am I whistling? Stop whistling. Why for art thou whistle? That's my psych. Why is it? I am apparently obsessed with whistling. I'm sorry, Valentine. Oh, there's an Aetherite. Aetherite. Boop. Alright, back to the task at hand. Oh my goodness! What even is this? Why? Why are we riding the dodos? Why are we riding the dodos like this? Why? 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 Why am I riding it like this? Granted, there's no other way to ride it, but... Low-key kind of wonder what my Lala would look on this. I do hope we can unlock this mount. Let me look at some. Oh, okay. Agreed. I look perfectly normal on it like that. It's just when we... Where am I going with this thing? Going all the way up there. Okay. I forget that they were called Taru. There are a lot of all raw, which I don't mind. I just find it interesting. Yeah, that would make sense. Oops. Frames are gonna drop a minute. I was trying to do it. The little guys, Lilties? That sound right? Clavats were the Humes. There's a nice musical cue in there. Also, I need to see if... Aw, I was hoping for like 4 or 5. Like they did the... That's cool, though. The old Aether Currents, they dropped to 4. The new ones, they kept the same, like, 10 or 12. Those things are interesting. This is a pretty place. Don't care, just give me my Aether Current. As always, folks, thank you for joining me this evening. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. We're aiming for 250 to 300 subscribers by the end of the month. Something like that. Also, like the stream if you haven't yet. Greatly appreciate that. Check out some of the other videos on the channel. I do lots of Let's Plays, non-Final Fantasy related. Later this week, we'll be playing Final Fantasy IV. And I'm going to check with my wife about maybe Friday night doing a It Takes Two stream. But it's up to what she's got going on. Halo comes out tomorrow, so I make no promises because she's a Halo lady. Like give it for the polar bear aerial 360 spins. We will hear her in the distance. Hey, Nani?
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
Jade,
You
fucking
have to
I'm
hand
walking
it
in
to these
water.
alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to
This
a
place is
breakthrough.
very pretty.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavner, children of this star united in common cause against a dire
Exactly.
threat.
There's a whole beach. And
Yet
Rajesh is
ere they
like,
succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth. Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea. And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal. Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end. As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
glad Thaker was smart enough to chase after me.
What is it? What did you see? Fandaniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds! This is the one!
At long last!
Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments. We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot. Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless. Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
This isn't gonna end well.
Are you certain you wish to do this?
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
Man, she wasn't lying about Northern Shore there. Yetsuyu. Oh, Yetsuyu. Right, where's this bloody thing? East? Oh, my instinct was right. Lets me jump off that cliff. I've looked into that style of pipe. They're kind of expensive. It's called a kusiru. Or kisiru.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence. Any moment now. It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could.
I don't like this.
So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance. A few more steps.
Why am I so far away from her?
Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be. Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets. What? Ah!
I mean, you knew this was gonna happen.
Oh, here we go! Oh.
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
No! Van Daniel, you jackass.
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting. Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Van Daniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Van Daniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Van Daniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am. How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded. I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
Nope, this is important.
At your service.
Oh. Oh. Amen, huh? My.
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments? That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor.
That's... yup.
And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards. Always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Amon. No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war, and so I have come to claim you. For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
Oh, that's who this guy is. Okay.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
Okay. All right.
So easily distracted. Why? I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again. Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see you.
Okay. That's huge. Huge. That's so Amon is the one who resurrected Zandy, who was the Emperor of the Allegan Empire and the guy we fought in the Crystal Tower. And MXL recruited him to be a Ascian, apparently. And now he wants to destroy everything. So where are we going? We're going all the way up there, huh? So, okay. Sorry, apparently I wanted to hit the brakes for some reason. So the good news is we've got something to protect against tempering. The bad news, we lost the head alchemist in the process. As we knew she, like, come on. Like, something happening to her was just gonna be a gimme. Unfortunately. Alright, off to meet the satrap.
A vast rock squats upon Favnir, and to its stony surface clings the city of Rads-at-Han.
Very pretty city.
Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things.
I like it. Good branding.
Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun. The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid
Oh, there's
smoke.
some la-las.
The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet.
Seen mostly Humes and Aura.
Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets. But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Here we are. Megaduta. It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
Maybe
I'm
he
afraid
is.
so. Come, we should head inside.
Maybe they are just fake rabbit ears. And that's why I can't wear helmets.
Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of Rads-at-Han. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
Of course they do, they're bunnies.
A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I think not.
Oh?
This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
As you wish.
Estidian, I love him so.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
And there is the real ruler of Radad San.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
And one of the first brood.
I, mine elder brothers, of Midgard Sorma's spawn, I was last to hatch.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat Han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
No, the Great Worm is the Satrap, Thancred.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive were the Aura. Adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility, when it seemed all would be drowned in blood. Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat Han.
But if Vritra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
ceremonial.
Yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the Great Worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who joined me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
334. Yes, they are.
Your eye. It was taken.
"'Tis here, buried within a semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Radzat Han, with mine eye nestled within. It doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my will.
Oh,
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with wards fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. Estinian warm blood.
correct. And issue his will.
From
I
the
love
very
it.
first, we sensed the nature of one another. Yet did neither one of us bear his
I love it, I love it,
fangs.
I love it.
That is all I need know of thee for now.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Rads at hand. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told.
He is a well-informed worm.
'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear.
Also, this is real. This is also a good explanation why Raditz-san has been neutral, because the more prying eyes would have discovered him long ago.
Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions, and should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales. I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charm.
It seems a quick trip back to Charlian is in order.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Rads at Han, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
I am in thy debt.
I love it, 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 I love it. Yeah, I've had Midgar with me this whole time. As my buddy. That's hilarious. Oh, back to Charlene. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love every one. I love it. They're just delivering, aren't they? They're just... Here's cake. Just enjoy it. Because we're just going to give you more. Also, we know what happens with Vitra and Estinian. Thanks to the opening cinematic. I was like, huh. I wonder where Estinian meets that dragon he's riding in the cinematic. Well, now we know. And see, if I had been up on my lore, I would have recognized the name in the trailer. I have to be better, y'all. If I'm gonna be a proper Final Fantasy XIV creator, I need to be better about my lore, and I need to be better about my classes and guides, and being good at classes and things, and... Alright. That is it for those boys. Hold on. God. So, this is our intro. This would be the quest line that combines everybody, and we get to our first dungeon in the game, which my friend Krev has a YouTube video of her reaction to it up, and I haven't watched it because I want to be surprised too, and I may I'm good, Cole, but I could be great. I haven't watched it because I want to be surprised, and I also kind of want to maybe do the same kind of thing. My initial reaction as a tank going through the Tower of Zot. So yeah. You just need to know how classes work. Being good is a different matter. Correct. Okay. Same as every night this week. I'm staying logged in because I'm gonna try to work on Sage. Thank you all for joining me. It is quitting time. I know we only got about 2 hours of game in, thanks to the queue of being an hour, but we had a good talk before that, and I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Tomorrow I am taking off. Actually, no, I can't play tonight. I just remembered something. I have to edit the Hades video as soon as stream ends. So thank you all. Tomorrow night I am taking off. It's probably to do another video of some variety on this channel. I don't know if it's going to be a give me 5 minutes or what. But it is going to be something fun because it's me and I always make fun content. But I thank you all for joining me. So tomorrow night off, Thursday we'll do Final Fantasy IV, and we'll see what Friday brings. Of course, I won't be live this weekend, and then next week's Frelling Christmas. No, wait. No, we got 2 weeks till Christmas. Thank God. For some reason, I thought next week was Christmas. So, thank you all. Y'all have a good night. I've been the Visual Pine. Reminder that if you enjoyed this stream, hit that like button. If you're watching this after and you words are hard. Why are words hard? Thank you. If you've enjoyed the stream, hit the like button. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. We are shooting for the stars, my friends. 221 subscribers. I want a lot more than that, so we're gonna get it. We're gonna reach the people, and we're gonna have fun. It's gonna be great. I'm great. You're great. We're all great. You cuties have a good night. I'll see you Thursday. Bye.